Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Peter and today we are going to do something that probably most of you won't like, but hey, I've got to try it. I think that the components on that bike that we will be working on are not that compromised to do this sketchy stuff, sketchy fix. So let's get right into it. The bike we'll be working on is this 2012 Aprilia RS4 125, and as you can see there are some components missing on the top of this engine right here, and as you can see there is a little bit, I don't have any light here, there is a little bit of damage to the top of the piston, and there is the rest of the motorcycle, and under here is the cylinder head. So I'll take it up front and we'll take a look if we can repair this cylinder head. So let's take it up front, but before I do that, check this out. I've got this 1985 GPZ 750 turbo. I picked up this thing. It barely ran when I got it because the fuel pressure was too great. It has not OEM fuel pressure regulator, and I adjusted the fuel pressure and now the bike runs, but it has the primary chain noise. So we will be stripping this engine completely down to the last bolt and change the primary chain, which drives from the crankshaft to the clutch basket. I think it is the primary drive, so it should be like that, I think. So if you haven't heard of this bike, you should probably check it out somewhere on the internet, because these bikes are pretty awesome. They have yearly fuel injection, they have pressurized airbox, a turbo running to it, full sway of the motorcycle engineering back then. I guess dead end alley for that, but these were pretty cool. And I'm exciting that in winter I hopefully get the engine running top notch, and next spring I will take this out to some shows, and hopefully we can get it right. So if you want to in the future with my content, like 2 years from now on, subscribe if you want to see that. It doesn't cost you anything, and I would like to get to 1,000 subscribers, so if you can help me out, I will greatly appreciate it. So let's get this head and let's start working on the cylinder head, shall we? Right, so let's see what we got packed as a present here. Okay. We've got one spring. There is the top head for the spring. It goes like this. There is the other spring. Set those aside here. And is there anything else that will fall out if we tip the head over? I don't think so. Got the thermostat and the sensor. The boot looks fine. Here is the chamber. As you can see, we have some damage right here. This is slightly concerning right here. That may be into the sealing surface, but yeah, will probably be fine. It's we have a lot more sealing surface right here. Will you see this little? So I will be pointing with this. As you can see, you have a lot of surface here, and we'll need to sand this down, but probably won't hurt. There is some imperfection here. Okay, and one new spark plug, newish. So let's start with removing this exhaust valve. Yeah, that's bent. These seals, they don't have the greatest tension on them, but it is what it is. Guide has some wear to it. But it's not chipped. Yeah, looks alright, looks salvageable to me. So what I need to do is get some sandpaper, like I don't know, like 600 grit or something, put it on glass and sand this little imperfection down, and that should be it. Probably will change the seals on the valves and lap the new valves in and clean up the damage on the piston, and it should be ready to roll. So I've got a Dremel with abrasive wheel, and just very slightly we'll touch his head up. Yeah, I think this looks don't follow me again. I think this looks 100% better. What do you think? That's it has no high spots in it, so the carbon will not be attracted to it as much. I think it looks nice. Yeah, there is no light shining through underneath the straight edge. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. Alright, so now we can see the damage to the piston a little bit better. The main issue is this lip on this valve recess that's rolled on the oil itself. It's rolled down. We need to get a pick or something, pick it up back again, and then sand this smooth again. So there is one a little bit nicked here and a little bit nicked here. So we'll Dremel it smooth again, and I think it will be fine. Alright, so we cleaned the piston up, and I think we definitely did a good job, and we can probably get more lift out of it now. So this edge is a little bit more tapered than the original, but I don't think it will hurt anything. It will lower the compression ratio a little bit, but I don't think it will hurt us that much. So let's get to valve swapping, and we'll see how we can get with the sealing of the valves. For the point of this video, which is these exhaust valves, they have some writing on them on the bottom, but I think these engines are notorious for this, because the Aprilia can get them, and even for the brand new stuff they cannot get them. 2024s cannot get them. So I think these engines are made in China and then rebranded as Aprilia. Aprilia these days, I don't think they have a factory, they just have an assembly line, but they do not make any of their components. Back in the day, they were supplied by Rotax, the Austrian company, but I don't think that they are manufacturing anything in Europe right now. So I went to straight to China and I bought these exhaust valves. They say different stuff on them, but to me they look identical. Brand new, I mean identical. So this is a little bit different, but the dish is a little larger on this. The flat is a little bit larger on this, so this will have again less compression than this, but I think it will work. Alright, so we got the valves lapped in. As you can see, nice contact patch all the way around. Hard you cannot see this on this GoPro on the valve, but we have them. So now I will do this. So when I have the valves out, I know which side I will put them on. Now, when I bought this, everything was nicely packed, and I didn't think that there is another issue except the valves. We are missing one of the keepers. That might be my fault. It may have dropped somewhere, etc. No big deal. A little setback, but we can purchase another one. But what's big deal is that I looked at the camshafts, and I looked mainly at the surfaces, and I said, okay, no problem with the oiling, nice camshafts. Now I went to inspect them a little bit further, and I don't know if you can see that, but that one lobe, the one closer to the camera, is ground down, and it has sharp filings on the sides. This one is bad, but this one is even worse. Can you see that? That's completely rounded off. There is also the buckets, the valve, the cam pushes on a valve bucket, and that sets the lash. Two of them are completely ground down also. So what I think happened is that they didn't even looked at the valve lash. The valve elongates, and the seat and everything here gets pounded into the head, so the valve essentially elongates and the lash is smaller and smaller. So I think they didn't check the lash. The valve ground itself, and then when the lash was so small that it hung open, that was smacked the piston and broke this off. That's my assumption. Some of the parts came in. We've got the base gasket, and we also got our new / used camshafts. So I also got a hone, so we can hone out the cylinder. I don't know where the cylinder is, probably in the back. So we will hone the cylinder, replace the base gasket, stagger the rings, and get the cylinder on. We're still waiting on the cam buckets, and for one of the valve keepers. Found the cylinder. It's not bad, but it got some shiny spots, so we'll hone it out and restore that nice crosshatch for the oil film to stick on. Alright, we've got our drill, we've got the cylinder here. Let's get some WD-40, and of course inside of the cylinder and yeah, I think that will be all it takes. Yeah, nice finish. Alright, we've got the rest of the parts. These cam buckets, valve lifter bucket they call it. We should have 3 of those. 1, 2, 3 of those. And this little cutter, call it cutter valve. That little thing there. So I have everything to put this head back together. So let's do it. Let's put the head back together. And I also took the cylinder and I took the piston ring off, and the gap is a little bit wider than the spec. The spec is like 0.3 millimeters, and this is 0.6-7. So I ordered a set of rings. Of course I did, because these parts already came in, so I have to pay triple the postage. But hey, it is what it is. I want to have it not perfect, but manageable. So let's take this off again, get the valve buckets, get the last valve fully installed, and we can then torque this, install the new cams, and get the probably drill bits to lock them in, and the head will be ready to go on the bikes. Alright, so our new rings just came in. Alright, so we've got new piston rings, new base gasket. So I will oil everything up, and then we are ready to put the cylinder on. Looks like we're in. Right, so it looks like the piston's in. We'll see. Now I need to move it up back to top dead center. Alright, the piston is back to top dead center, and now Now we can install the gooped up timing guide. Get it through the guide. And on the dowel pins. Anyways, let's get the head on. And then try to fish out the timing chain, and hopefully it is still locked in on the crank. Right, so the timing chain is hopefully back on. I've got the bolts in, I've got the head in, and I got a little bit of injury. As you can see, the blood there. Let's wipe it off. These castings can be real sharp. So now I need to look up at the service manual which bolt is tightened to which spec. I think that the big ones are 25 Newton meters and then 90 degrees, and those on the casting on the right, I think those are 10 Newton meters. So I will look it up, and then we can torque the head down. It was 25 Newton meters plus 90 degrees. So I've got the bolts run in by hand. Now we'll give them in crisscross pattern some torque. 12 and a half. That's just in the middle. 12. 12. Okay. 25. We almost dropped a bit into the engine. Okay, now the scary part, 90 degrees. Now with everything torqued, let's goop it up, goop it up. I think that's probably some song somewhere. And if it's not, now it is. So we need to goop all the surfaces for the cam. Okay, nice and good. Alright, so it's time to get the camshafts in. Got one of them here. And the exhaust one. Okay. Now we need to goop up this and place it on top. Goopity goop. Okay, now we need to slap this on. And this cam needs to go forward. Alright, so there it is. We can lock the... Oh, well, no. Oh, yeah, we can lock those now. Yeah, we can. Yeah. Okay. And this one. It's probably already lined up. Yeah, it is. Let me double check with my pick. Here is my pick. Let's lift off on the cam. Yeah, it's locked. It's locked in. They're a bit wobbly, but I don't think I can fit 6.5 in there. I'll try, but I don't think I can. The cams in place. I've got the chain in place, and now I can insert the cam chain tensioner spring, and hopefully it's not coiled up inside. Alright, so moment of truth. If this makes it 2 full revolutions, then we have a chance. If not, I don't want to think about it anymore. So let's try it. We seem to have some compression. Okay, so let's try and line up the timing marks again. Here we go. And we need 180 more. Here. Yeah, everything's good. Okay, so now let's hope for the best. Alright, so I hooked up cooling system, brackets for the upper head brackets that connects the head with the frame. We've got the injector in, valve cover on, the throttle body, the airbox, the breather tube, the other bracket, ignition coils on, the exhaust, and we need to wait for the sealer and the glue on the camshaft bolts to set up. Alright, so everything got moved here. We have a little bit of better lighting here. The tank is on, pumps in, got some gas in it. Everything's on. The battery is probably shot, so we'll see if it will crank with this battery. If not, we will take the booster in there. So let's turn the key, prime the pump, and hope for the best. Yeah, it started. We got oil pressure. It sounds like it has a rod knock, but the other motor that I had, it sounded the same, so it's probably the same. Yeah, so it does run, but it got out. I don't want to take throttle. Now it takes throttle. Okay. So it's probably fine. It doesn't smoke. It does not leak. I think we did alright. Alright, so we'll do a little bit more of testing on this engine before condemning is good, but I think we did good. We bring this engine back from the dead. It cost us around, I think, like $300, which is a little bit steep, but these engines go for $900, so it's worth it probably in the end. So if you like this content, please give it a like and subscribe. It will really help me. I'm on my way to 1,000 subscribers, like in 5 years or so. So thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.